Check, 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 check. Oh, that's the PS5. Check, 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 check. All right. I think we're good there. All right, we're going to rewind this just a little bit. All right. We are live on a Friday night to watch along with SmackDown. We got a pretty crazy show here because CM Punk and Nick Aldis are already in the ring. Oh wait, I want to hear what Nick Aldis said real quick. He said something about his bullshit. What do you mean you were reinstated? You literally had. All right, so he's just said he's like officially like back. Okay, that was lame. We did all that for nothing. Oh my god, he said it. So like this was the plan the whole time. There's no way. So then what they're saying is that at some point they told Punk, "We're gonna just give you the title. Don't worry." This is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I was like honestly hoping he'd come out and be like, Yeah, I'm the new fucking Hulk Hogan. What about it? Yeah, that was WrestleMania 9. Eat a dick. Like, that's what I wanted. But, you know, I'm a psycho. That guy just yelled, OTC. Who else is there? Uh, they're saying Cody Rhodes. That is not who they wanted at all. They're like, yeah, Finn Balor. We forgot he was on SmackDown. Oh my God. He was waiting to use the Huckleberry line since he's gotten back to WWE. I just want y'all to know that. Like, y'all are gonna think this is like a fucking AEW shield sort of thing. I swear to God, it's not. This is like so not believable, right? Punk's the best in the world. Is he? Is he the best in the world? Like, no, he's CM fucking Punk. And there's like literally nothing wrong with being that. In my soul, oh my God, it's fucking Cody Rhodes. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Mm. It is a great song, I'm not going to lie. Oh, we're behind. He asked him, how's his eye? Ah, he did the line. That was great. You go, what do you want to talk about? What the hell are they gonna kiss? Literally nothing just happened. I'm sorry, that was whack. I'm sorry, that was like the most giant limp dick announcement for a fight ever. I mean, it was like obvious like the match they just made it seem like the match was official because Nick Aldis said so because Cody Rhodes came out, but that's not even close to what it was. He won the King of the Ring. That was like all right, so here's why that sucked. Let me tell y'all. All right, at the end of the day, all that we did there, all that we got from that was basically them saying, "Oh, hey, this is the match y'all knew we were gonna do, like from the very beginning." Like, and what's even worse about it is that like this was the rumor from the very beginning. You made it seem like as if something special just happened. And actually, what happened was Oklahoma City got fucking got, dude. I mean, fucking got. Like, that was a big nothing. Like, at least with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, you had this thing that felt different. It was like, oh, this is the last time. Like, the last time is now, sort of thing. Um, and I just don't think that. Like, you could do Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins a million times. It'll be big, right? Or I mean, you're talking about the two biggest wrestlers in the world with the longest continuity of feuding and the longest like running program uh, in probably wrestling today that I could think of. And so because of that, it's always going to be special. But at this point, we've seen it. We've gotten it. Like it's nothing bigger than just those two names at that moment in their career. But when you say, "Oh, this is the last time. This is it." Like there are new guys here. You know, there and they didn't mention names, but you know, he's talking about the Obafemis. He's talking about the Ethan Pages or the Ricky Saints or whoever the fuck ever. He's talking about all these different people and ultimately what is different about it is that this could be the last time. That's exactly what he said too. It's like at this point, the biggest matches moving forward are going to be Seth and Roman and Cody and Punk against guys we've never seen, right? So it's like Oba and Roman is a match I think one day that's probably going to happen and it's going to be big. Um, and then there's going to be a match with Breaker and Roman probably or whoever. And, when that time comes in the next year, 2, 3, whatever it is, are we going to see Seth and Roman ever cross paths again in a way that's as meaningful as it is today? I don't know. This could actually be the last time. The problem is they pivoted away from that on Monday with LA Knight. Like, if it's gonna be the last time, let it be the last time. Let everything be what it is, right? That's why we love The Rock and Hogan the way we did, because when The Rock and Hogan came uh head to head, it felt like, oh, this is probably the only time we'll ever get this. Here is a generational match, right? And WWE had no idea what was going on at that moment, right? They had no idea what kind of match they had on their hands. Um, and so we want to see definitive outcomes. We want to see stakes, and we want to see the aftermath of those stakes, right? And so you look and it's like Punk and Cody are wrestling at SummerSlam, and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. It's, the match that they said would be the biggest match in AEW, right? That never happened. But what is it now? Because I don't know, Punk's kind of not great in the ring. Cody's shtick is a bit played, and all I know is that when Will Ospreay and Omega wrestle, that's actually going to be for something. That's going to be for them, because Omega was the premier wrestler for the last decade, right? The premier in-ring worker. And today, Will Ospreay exists as that premier in-ring worker. And so if you have Will Ospreay, today's, pound for pound guy, versus Omega, the the decades long or even era defining pound for pound guy in the ring, and those two are wrestling in what is likely the last time they'll ever wrestle, certainly with these sort of stakes. Like, maybe there's a nostalgic match between them, years later, something, I don't know, right? The Sandman only retired this year, so who knows? But all I'm saying is, at this level, the peak that they are at, this match is almost a passing of the torch from Omega to Ospreay, in the sense of, you exist as the pivotal point of independent wrestling. You are the crux. You are the North Star. You are pound for pound that guy. And so if Omega can beat Will, I think that says that he's still that guy. And his era isn't over. Like Roman Reigns' era isn't over. But if Will can beat him, I think we've definitively passed the torch. Even if Omega hangs on for a little bit, right? Because a lot of people don't know or forget that, Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, and the torch was passed, but he didn't stop wrestling. Andre the Giant was still coming back, and, I think Hogan and Andre even wrestled one more time, if I'm not mistaken, in a tag match. Maybe I'm wrong. Man, SmackDown is just a nothing show, dude. And it's mainly because they did nothing with the people that they're now trying to push. Like, Meechin and BFAB, I have nothing against. But, like, come on. They're not somebody you put in a faction and say, oh, now we're scared. And then it's like, the MFTs, are they still even the MFT? Oh, well, I guess they're painting their face still, or at least one of them. Oh, that's the narrative. They're both old Bullet Club members. I don't know. I don't think the MFTs should even still be together. I mean, it's like you have this bloodline story, and then you have like them, and they're just so separate. And I think that's kind of how they want it to be, but it just also doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, what do you do with Solo at this point? Like, that's the crazy part is you have a situation where you have Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins about to wrestle at SummerSlam, and yet you're muddying up the waters with LA Knight and Solo. And like Tala Tonga, like, what is he gonna be? Because like, why couldn't he have been like an Oba Femi type? Like, I get it. Oba had the walk, you know what I mean? Oba had the big old. I wasn't gonna say it, but let's just call it a necklace. I don't know what to call it. And then he had like, just the vibe and the swag and everything. And so it was like, oh yeah, Oba's that guy. I Why couldn't it have been him? Like, he could have had some sort of like, little fucking, I don't know, tribal walk. Or I don't know what the fuck. I'm not trying to be fucking offensive, but like, he could have done. They could have given him something. But like, he's big enough, tall enough. He looked crazy enough to be able to like sell that sort of narrative. But I don't know. They fucked Talatonga all up. And I was gonna talk to y'all. I was gonna say that last week too, or not last week. Earlier this week, because wow, because it was a situation. Fuck, yo, he hit Finn Balor straight in the throat. But yeah, I wanted to mention that this week too. The big rumor is that wait, let me see. The big rumor, or it's not a rumor. I think he already signed. It's like basically all but announced, maybe, or but is Hiromu Takahashi is supposed to debut, and there's actually like a shit ton of people that are gonna debut. But I actually think he has a chance to do something or like get a fair booking, because if you're Triple H, if you're the people who actually understand the wrestling business and like know where the talent comes from, and where the, I don't want to say threats are, but like where you don't want to lose out on a superstar at, you know what I mean? And so like Japan is a place that's always been rich with talent. If you have a premier indies guy, well, he's not indies guy, but New Japan is a major wrestling promotion. But like, if you have an outsider of WWE come in to the level of what Takahashi represented, then you put him over. That gives credence to the idea. Oh, um, we could go to WWE and they won't bury us, right? Because that's like a big worry that everybody always has. But if you bring in this guy, right? If you bring him in and you don't utilize him, right? Like the difference between Nakamura when he first got to WWE and like Nakamura like right now, because where the fuck is Nakamura? That's the difference, I think. And so, if you let him get over, then I think you stand a better chance of signing other guys later down the road. And if you don't, then you risk not being able to sign a lot of guys. I like how though. I like how he said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna utilize the no, that's stupid. He said, well, "Oh yeah, we're gonna give it to Finn Balor." Like that just like why did you even say that? Like that is CM Punk basically saying, "Hey guys, I know that y'all don't think I should have came back and been the champion the way that I did by beating somebody like Sami Zayn who is like very deserving and earned it. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and like make myself just available to anybody that wants it. Like anybody that wants this title match, bro, come and get it. Who y'all thinking? Oh, what are we thinking? Finn Balor? Like the hell you mean the other guy that's been there a long time and has worked really hard and no one's ever really given him a title shot, like a fair shot at the title? Uh yeah, I don't know if that's the way to go. Or I don't think that's the way you're gonna go. What the fuck? Is that like the super pedigree? Dude, that was a nasty ass move. Man, poor Oklahoma, bro. They bought them tickets and they were like, "Oh, we're getting a show, bro. Punk just fucking won the title. What? Oh man, we're gonna party in Oklahoma City like it's 2000. When did Oklahoma City win the title? They were gonna party like it was 2025. Oh shit. And Finn Balor wins. It's weird because it's like who why what is the basis of a push? Like what does that mean anymore? To push someone, right? Like I would argue that Sami Zayn never got a push during the bloodline. I would say that Sami Zayn helped push the bloodline, made it more interesting. He wasn't the premier character, but he was the guy that lifted the premier characters. Why is little Yachty still here? I don't understand. What is he doing for Trick Williams? Because I really don't know. Our truth is the best, bro. This is dumb. Our truth, I'm sorry, he's just the best. I wonder if John Cena's ever like, damn, why did I announce that whole fucking thing? I should have just not said a word until we had a date, venue, you know, some sort of like actual logistics on how it's gonna work. Because to be honest with you, it just sounded like him making shit up as he went that night, right? He's like, yeah, and we're gonna have this John Cena classic, right? Yeah, no, but get this, it's not gonna be like any of the other classics. Yeah, you know how they all had rational, like, structures and tournaments and proceedings of how to get to the winner in the finals. Forget all that. It doesn't even matter if you win or lose. I know. I just thought of that. No, I that's we said that before. And so we're gonna send these guys out. But remember how horny I made y'all when I was having my last match and I said, hey, I'm gonna have a John Cena night, even though it was supposed to be Saturday night main events. And he's like, I'm gonna make sure that the youngest and best talent is facing the, best veterans. And it's like, remember that? We're doing the same thing again. And it's like, okay. But also, your night had no stakes. Like, it's kind of just like a glorified house show. In fact, I would argue John Cena, like, after he turned back face from heel, I'd argue that John Cena's entire, that, like, it was so forgettable at that point. Like, the everything was done. Bro, y'all should get Ghost. Ghost is where it's at. I like C4, but the only problem is it gives you the tingles. And like I'll fuck with it like if it's what's the word? If it's what's the word? Fuck, what is it? Damn it, I forgot the word. But it's called not post workout, not pre work, intra. So like I'll fuck with C4s for intra workouts or for pre workout. But man, drinking a C4 like just to start your day, like for like substitute for a coffee or something, or like a midday caffeine. God damn, bro, I'll be in the car just like jacked to the tits, like fucking just tingles everywhere, like fucking in the like headed to work or headed to do something for work or like whatever, a chore like an errand I'm running, and it's just like takes all my energy to not just swerve the car over into a fucking parking lot and just start jump out and busting out push-ups or like just driving straight to crunch and just doing as many dumbbell fucking shits as I can. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shout out to how do I do this? Oh, fuck. Mario, how about that Gable Stevenson? Yeah, dude. Um you said it. Didn't you say it actually right? You said that he is going to be the savior of the heavyweight division. I think that's what you said. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Cannot wait. Card tomorrow. We will be live. Um, and you know how we do. SummerSlam in Minnesota. What I this is not see this is what I'm saying, guys. Tell me how this makes sense. What does this mean? Sammy's calling Nick Aldis to say, why did you make a title match between the number one contender and the world champion? All right, here we go. We got Gunther approaching Aldis. He said he's going to give him to the end of the night to fix this. Dude, how do I post people's comments from YouTube? I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, he's calling Solo out. This don't make no sense, because didn't Jay have the problem with them and Jimmy was like cool as fuck? Is Richard Holiday a physically bigger version than Ethan Page? That's a very good question, Alex. I don't know if he's a. I don't know if he's physically like bigger. I would say though that he certainly is I would say like leaner for sure. Ethan is like a big dude, and I don't think that Holiday's a big dude necessarily. I think he is a. He used to be a tag team champs with MJF. Uh oh. Uh oh. Is Royce and Fought 2 a match we actually care about though? It's so funny because that's not like. You're like when it comes to OTC, we don't know when he's showing up. My thing is this though, it's like you're trying to make this like a big deal because they were friends, but like we don't. If you're just a WWE like regular viewer, Y'all. Ooh, he telling Fatu, where your loyalty at, champ? Has he? Yo, Royce is crazy, Jack, bro. What the fuck? That was lame. That was so lame. He said, "This is there's a line right here, right? That what he said. There's a line right here, and he said, we're gonna cross it." Oh shit! What the fuck, dude? This man, what is going on? I do not understand. Oh god, he just got caught, and that did not work out for him. Oh god, Royce just dismantled Jimmy, and the poor ref came all the way down here to run a match, and Jimmy's elbow's broken. Dude, I'm sorry. Jimmy's the biggest chump in the bloodline. I rank, oh god, The Rock. It looks weird with The Rock actually playing. Oh jeez, the hair is what throws me off. Like, he's been bald for so long, and even when he wasn't bald, he barely had any hair. And now he's got this fucking, what was the guy from the Pittsburgh Steelers name? Was it Troy? No, that wasn't. Yeah, it was Troy Polamalu, right? Looking like Troy Polamalu and shit. Damn, you ain't got to zoom in on Kevin Hart's knuckles and shit. Nah, he said too, right? Yo, everybody's roasting Manny Pacquiao for that post he made. Um so for Ricky Hatton's anniversary, he posted the clip of him knocking Ricky Hatton out. It's like, it was great to share the ring with the honorable Ricky Hatton, and it's like, you just fucking wait. Why is my stream? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. I really don't. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. I can't. I don't know how to put the chat on the thing. All I have is my Twitch chat. I don't have the other thing. But I appreciate you though, champ. It was on Wednesday, so um I don't know what they do, right? I don't know what they do. I think that they made the right decision putting the belt on Omega. I just don't know what they do. I really don't. No clue. Cuz it's like, what do you keep Omega and Will out of redemption? Like there's just so much time, right? Like even though this Cody and oh god, Moana. Even though this Cody thing didn't pop off the right way, I think, with Punk or ceremoniously as Roman and Seth did, I do think that there was a part of this that worked out perfectly in that there's not a lot of time until SummerSlam. So the risk that we get bored with the idea of CM Punk and Cody Rhodes is very, very small. On the other hand, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega is still well over a month away, and so like, how do you keep that interesting? I really don't know. I mean, it's interesting no matter what, right? Like I told my cousin, like if you're anyone who watches wrestling outside of WWE, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega are the two of the biggest names as it gets, right? Um, but if your main purpose is to tell a story, and story is always the way to make things more exciting. What story do you tell between two faces, right? That everybody seems to like. And that's the other part. Do you pay off the John Moxley stuff with Will at a point where you're on the verge of paying off the whole Will Ospreay thing? My cousin thinks they take that shit all the way to Double or Nothing or whatever the other pay-per-view is at the end, but I don't know. We'll see. They got to do something at Redemption. They got to do something. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, champ. I don't want to, but all right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna reset my thing so I can use my chat. And I don't think I think I accidentally set it on private again. So we're gonna tap out. I'm gonna come right back. Um, for those watching, appreciate it. Infight and FX. Please hit the sub. Please hit the follow. We'll be right back. Like 15 minutes tops.